He was flown to Lithuania early Monday and rushed to the hospital. He went up missing on January 22nd and resurfaced a week later, heavily bruised and with part of an ear cut off. He claimed that he had been tortured by unknown assailants. Protesters remain in Kiev's Independence Square as Ukraine's President Viktor Yanukovych returned to his office on Monday following 4 days of sick leave, and a show of strength by the political opposition. CCTV's Michal Bardavid reports from Kiev.
The anti-government protests in Kiev have been peaceful over the past week. On Sunday, 50,000 people showed up at the city's Independence Square, known as the Maidan. The crowd cheered for the three main opposition leaders who took the stage following their meetings with European and US officials in Munich, in hopes for international mediation in negotiations. One thing is clear, the protests are not over. The barricades are still guarded 24/7 and preparations for further potential clashes continue. This is the makeshift hospital of the Maidan. It's been equipped with a defibrillator, a patient monitor system, and all sorts of different medicine that could be used during first aid treatment. It's been open since the protests first began, and the doctors here say it will stay open until the end.
У нас просто постоянно присутствует дежурный доктор-терапевт, дежурный доктор-хирург.
We are here to help people. If they bring us a patient from the other side of the barricades, we will treat him no different from the others. The need for this place arose because we are afraid if injured protesters go to regular hospitals, they might get arrested.
On the other side of the Maidan, different measures are taken. A group of protesters between the ages of 18 and 70 prepare for battle. Twice a day, with their shields in their hands and helmets on their heads, they train. They use firecrackers to get accustomed to the sound of explosions, hoping to be fearless against the police.
While we have free time, while there is no action, while there is a so-called ceasefire, negotiations, we are using this time for training. We have no way back.
In an interview on Monday, the commander of the Maidan stated talks with police have started to take place, with discussions surrounding how and when an exchange would happen if protesters decide to vacate some of the government buildings in return for the release of jailed protesters. Meanwhile, President Viktor Yanukovych has returned from sick leave ahead of a new parliament session to take place on Tuesday. Members of parliament are expected to debate the recently passed amnesty law and constitutional reform. Michal Bardavid, CCTV, Kiev, Ukraine.